Hey everybody, my name is Tyler Lay. This is my YouTube channel. If you like what I do, please leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe. It helps me know what you like and what you don't, that you're listening out there. Today, I'm going to talk all about goals. Goals are really important. They help you achieve great, amazing things. And isn't that what we all want to do in life? Life can be hectic and crazy, but having strong goals can help us keep us focused and keep us working to something that we truly care about. These goals need to be something that fill us with passion and purpose. They need to be something that you want, that you truly have to have. This isn't something that your parents want, that your friends or your teachers want. This is something that you want in you. It has to be something exciting enough that gets you to jump out of bed in the morning and, yes, I'm excited. I'm ready to go, because it's going to have to pull you through the hard times. Okay? It needs to be something that you can declare with sincerity and confidence. There's this gentleman, Peter Diamandis, great, awesome guy. He calls this your massively transformative purpose, or your MTP. He calls it massive because it needs to be aspirational. It needs to be not something small, something big. It needs to be transformative because it's going to need to be trying to change an industry, a community, or a planet. It needs to have purpose. That means a reason for action. And for short, it's MTP. So your MTP is this big goal that is what your heart truly wants. Your MTP can guide you through very, very challenging situations. It's a deeply unifying purpose that provides meaning to your work. For me, my MTP is to help build people and tools to help make the concrete industry a better place. I love this quote. We spend far too much time complaining about the way things are, and we forget that we have the power to change anything and everything. Bosma St. John of Uber said that. I think it's really important. Let's not talk about what's not working. Let's figure out what we want to have happen and make it happen. That's what it comes down to. So to find your MTP, you've got to first determine a group that you want to help. You have to determine what you want to do for that group and ultimately why this needs to be done. You might say, man, it's so overwhelming. I don't know what I want to do. Well, here's some questions to help you along your way. You might try to answer this question. What would you do if you never had to worry about failure? What would you choose to do if you never had to think about not coming through and making it happen? If you had $1 billion, $1 billion to spend, but you couldn't spend it on yourself, you couldn't buy yourself anything neat, but you had to spend it on the world, to help the world, what would you spend it on? What would you go after? What were you passionate about as a kid? Was there something that you were like super excited about that you gave up on, or you said that maybe I'm not good enough, or I can't do that? I think you can. I think if you care enough, you can figure out your way to contribute, your way to make it happen. Is there something that you would like to change from science fiction to science fact? I mean, is there something that you would like to invent or create or make that no one's ever done before? What is something that you could do that you would be proud of at the end of your life? And what are you willing to both live and die for? Peter Diamandis says this all the time. What do you care enough about that you're going to truly live your life for? But you would put your life on the line for it as well. Is there something like that out there for you? Because that's what you want to find. That's your MTP. I know this is hard, but it's really important because you've got to start working to that MTP now, today. You can't waste any more time. You got to find a way to start chipping away at it to try to make it happen. It's that important. So I know you're saying out there, how can I pick one MTP? What if I have several MTPs? What if I have personal MTPs and I have professional MTPs? And that's great. That's really exciting. That's what you want. You want to have these multiple things that drive you, that get you excited. That way you can do multiple things. And when you get tired of working on one, you can go over and work on another. Or on one day, you can work on several of them. That is an awesome opportunity. And you're lucky. You are so lucky. But sometimes in your life, you've got to prioritize. You got to figure things out. And that's this next topic. What if I have so many things I want to do? How do I choose? And there's a nice parable that talks about this. And I say really quickly, don't be a donkey. Don't be a donkey. There's an old parable that says there's a donkey that's been working very hard in the field. And the owner takes the donkey in to the barn, closes the door, and he gives the donkey hay on one side, and he gives him this nice, beautiful, clear, fresh water on the other side. The donkey is hungry and he's thirsty all at the same time. He looks at the left at the hay and says, oh man, I'd really like to get some hay. He looks at the right at some water and says, oh, I'm so thirsty, I'd love to get some water. And he looks at the hay and the water and the hay and the water, and he can't decide. He can't figure out which one he's going to do. And he dies of both starvation and lack of water, right? Dehydration. But that donkey, he could have easily went over and had hay, and then he could have gone over and had some water, and then he could have gone back and had more hay, and then had more water. He had plenty. But he couldn't choose. He couldn't prioritize. He couldn't figure out what was the most critical thing to do first. You're going to have a long life. You're going to be able to do lots and lots of things that you want to do, that you want to use to change the world. And that's awesome. But sometimes you got to prioritize. Sometimes you got to figure out, I'm going to do this one first, and I'm going to put those other ones off. I'm not saying no to them. I'm not saying goodbye to them. I'm putting them off a little bit until the time is right. So don't be a donkey. Make a choice. Move ahead. Okay? Pick the MTP that's most important now, that will hopefully open up other MTPs for you later. Here are other tips. You should make a list of people that are where you want to be. Who are they people? Who are those people? What do you admire about them? What would you change about them? How could they improve? Because everyone can improve. Everyone can get better. But you should try to seek these people out, these kind of idols, these kind of people that you want to make yourself like. And again, they can be very different. You can have very different focuses, and that's exciting. Also, I'm a big fan of journaling. I think you should journal every day. I think you should talk about, what am I going to do today? What are the 3 things that I can do today to make a difference? What am I going to accomplish today? I also like to talk about 3 things I'm grateful for that are really important to me. Okay? People often overestimate what they can do in a day. Have you ever seen that before? You'd say, man, I'm going to get all this done. You make a huge list, and you can't even get half of it done. But they almost always underestimate what they can do in a year or over 5 years. My point is, pick a reasonable amount of stuff that you want to get done today and start chipping away. And you'll be amazed at what you can do in a year. And you'll be just blown away what you can do in 5 years. Thanks for watching. See you next time.